The Trump administration asked the U.S. Supreme Court to stop a judge's order. The order forces the Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, to answer questions from a watchdog group called Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington and share documents. This fight is about public access to DOGE's records. The Justice Department challenged a ruling that says DOGE must share information about its structure and operations and have DOGE Administrator Amy Gleason testify under oath. On May 14th, a three-judge panel in the D.C. Circuit Court rejected the government's request to stop this. The main issue is whether DOGE is an agency under the Freedom of Information Act, which lets people access government records. The administration says DOGE is part of the White House and doesn't have to follow FOIA. On Wednesday, Solicitor General D. John Sauer told the Supreme Court the order breaks the separation of powers. It puts a presidential advisory group under too much scrutiny and risks the privacy of its advice. Cruz spokesperson Jordan Libowitz said DOGE is fighting transparency, but they will argue in court to keep the process moving. District Judge Christopher Cooper said Crew is likely to prove DOGE has enough independent power to fall under FOIA. He allowed Crew to gather evidence since the government provided statements from Gleason, making her open to questioning. But he rejected Crew's request to make Steve Davis, a Musk associate, testify. The judge approved Crew's request for details about DOGE teams and other agencies, their system access, and their role in budget cuts and staff decisions. He limited requests about DOGE's record keeping, like using auto-delete apps, as they weren't relevant to whether DOGE is under FOIA. Last week, the D.C. Circuit panel said the administration didn't raise the separation of powers issue earlier, so it lost that argument. The judge's order was modest, and the administration can claim executive privilege if needed. DOGE didn't explain why sharing records or giving two testimonies would be too hard. It doesn't matter who runs DOGE. If DOGE is about stopping fraud and waste, and Musk brags about savings, why hide the details? Is it about illegally accessing Americans' private info or protecting Musk's interests? We know DOGE doesn't care about an efficient government for the people. It's not about stopping waste or removing deep state workers who supposedly harm the government while doing nothing. The administration says DOGE is a White House office, exempt from public records laws. Why should Musk's project avoid public scrutiny?